Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Today we are going to see an important topic, rather a doubt in Shastra, of how to perform Madhyanika Sandhyavandanam if we are going to office. Because Madhyanika Sandhya is recommended during the noon time. And how is it that I am in office? How can I do this Madhyanika Sandhya? Is the question which many people have. So I am going to give you a Shastra perspective of this and how without missing this karma you can achieve the merits of performance of this karma. So for understanding this, you need to understand that in a day how the kalam is divided. Kalam means a time period, the Vedic time period, how it is divided throughout the day. Let's take an example that in your city the sunrise happens at 6 a.m. and the sunset on the same day happens at 6 p.m. So we have 12 hours. These 12 hours have to be divided into 5 parts, and that thus we get 5 Vedic columns or 5 columns which has different names. So in this example, so each of these 5 columns are composed of 6 nadikas or nadihai as we call in Tamil, or we call ghatika in Hindi. So one nadihai is roughly 24 minutes. That is, one ghatika is 24 minutes. And if you multiply this by 24, 6 into 24, you will get 144 minutes per column or per Vedic time. So 6 a.m. onwards, 8:24 a.m. is the Pratah Kalam or Pratah Kal. 8:24 a.m. to 10:48 a.m. is called as Sangava Kalam or Sangava Kal. 10:48 a.m. onwards, 1:12 p.m. is called as Madhyanika Kalam, while 1:12 p.m. up to 3:36 p.m. is called as Aparahana Kalam, and 3:36 p.m. up to 6 p.m. is called as Sayam Kalam. So thus the daytime as per the Vedic calculation is divided into 5 different columns: Pratah Kala, Sangava Kala, Madhyanika Kala, Aparahana Kala and Sayam Kala. So Madhyanikam, obviously, as the name suggests, should be done in Madhyanika Kala. The ideal is when the sun is above your head, straight above your head. But if you are not able to perform this at that particular exact time, then Shastras give equal merits of performance of Madhyanika Sandhyavandanam any time during Madhyanika Kala, which means from 10:48 onwards up to 1:12, any time you perform Madhyanikam, it is within the Madhyanika Kala and you will get the full merits or benefits of it. Just in case if you are an office goer who goes even before 10:48, maybe a little earlier, then since Sangava Kala is attached with Madhyanika Kala and it has a continuation with Madhyanika Kala, because of the joining merit of Sangava Kala along with Madhyanika Kala, if you perform the Madhyanikam between 8:24 to 10:48 also, you will get some merit. Though it may not be complete, but at least the karma will not go waste. And even Kanchi Mahaperiva has also mentioned that Madhyanika for office goers can be definitely performed here in order that they do not miss the karma which will incur a dosha. Now let's say if you go even earlier before 7 o'clock, what to do? Then in that paksha or in that option, any time after sunrise, if you do the karma, even then the karma would be done, merits though maybe 10 to 15% or 20% compared to the real kala when it should be done, but at least you will not incur a dosha of not doing the karma at all. Now let's say if somebody says that I even go before the sunrise, I need to leave my house at 5:45, 6, I absolutely don't have time, then what needs to be done? So in this, the Shastras are very clear that if the Sandhya Vandana is missed in the morning or in the afternoon, it can be done after coming back in the evening. Kurvita avartanim sandhyam ratra vapina dushyati. So whichever Sandhya Vandana, whether it is morning or afternoon, Madhyanika has got missed. Even if you do it in the night when you come back from your duty, there's no problem or there is no dosha. But in this, the way the Sandhya will be done will be a shorter way. Dadyat argyam tu gayatrya saura matram tu varjayet. So you do the argya pradhana for sure with the Gayatri, but the Saura mantra which is there, which is the morning, for example, is Mitrasya Charshani, afternoon Asatyena Rasa. So these need not be chanted at that particular time. You finish the Argya Pradhanam, do your Gayatri Japam, do the Digdevata Vandanam, and finish with Abhivadaye and Achamaniyam. So Argya Pradhanam is important. But now in Sandhya Kalam, which should be done first? So in Sandhya Kalam, Sayam Sandhya should be done first, because that is the Kalam for Sayam Sandhya. It shouldn't happen that you are doing the pending things first and the real thing which should be done in the evening is getting missed. So that's why if you do things late, then Sayam Sandhya will be definitely first, then Madhyanikam will be second, and then in case you have left the morning Sandhya also, that will be the third, in case you are coming back in the night and doing. But this all rules will be applicable up to maybe the first 3 or 4 hours after sunset. But if it is too much late in the night, maybe 10:30, 11 or 11:30, then what do we do? Should we do all the Sandhyas which have got missed throughout the day? So here I quote a Shastra Vakya to tell you of the proof of if we are absolutely not able to manage the Madhyanikam at any cost because we are coming extremely late from the office, then how the rishis recommend that in difficult situations we should be able to manage Sandhya in a different way. So here is an example which the rishis are giving in Dharma Shastra about a place which doesn't have water, or you are stuck up in certain situation where there's no water for Sandhya Vandana, and what needs to be done? Jalabhave mahamarge bandhane tva ashucha piva. So just in case you don't have jala or water for performance of Sandhya, you are going somewhere, your water is over, you don't have a river, you don't have a pond, mahamarg, you're traveling in a highway and for long distances you are not able to spot any water body for performing Sandhya. Bandhane, you are imprisoned by somebody, and let's say the Raja of the neighboring country has imprisoned you and he is not giving you water for performing Sandhya Vandana. Tva ashucha piva, so which means that there is some ashuddhi or impurity, the area around is impure and you are not able to perform. So what needs to be done at this time? Ubhayoho sandhyayo kale rajasa tva arghyam ukshipet. So don't think about I don't have water, what should I do? What can you see in front of your eyes? Can you see some mud or sand in front of you? Take the mud and sand in the hand and offer Argya Pradhana with Gayatri mantra instead of water. Because the water is also a Pancha Mahabhuta, as well as the mud is also a Pancha Mahabhuta. So the bhavana here is important, or the feeling here is important, and therefore don't feel bad that you don't have water to perform Sandhya. Take with both hands sand and chant Gayatri mantra and do the Argya Pradhana. These are the options which rishis have given us. Now let's say somebody says that I am imprisoned and I don't have even mud because the floor is totally tiled. Let's say I'm sitting on a stone, I don't have mud, I don't have water, what should I do? Tada bhave suryasya dhyanam eva samacharet. In this case, do Surya Dhyana, and Surya is Savita or Gayatri. So which means that the entire Sandhya Vandana mantras by mind you chant. So similarly in the office, when you don't have any of the option of performance of Sandhya Vandana, you remove your shoes, sit in your chair for 10 to 15 minutes and imagine doing the entire Sandhya Vandana and recite all the mantras within your mind, the Madhyanika mantras, and you will get at least the benefit of not missing the karma. You will not incur a dosha of missing the karma, rather you will get the merits of performance of the karma. Though the phala or the merits which Ideally, you will get when you perform at the right time may not be there, but at least you will not incur a papa or dosha. So these are the various options which rishis have given us so that we do not miss any opportunity to perform our nitya karmanusthana. And since this is a query by a lot of people, my request is you should forward this video to as many friends as possible and help them to do the nitya karmanusthana as per Dharma Shastra. Namo Namaha.